So welcome to a new video, and we start with an incredibly sad scene in this video. The beer in the fridge, this is tepid at best, this beer. I can feel it, it's not right. I'm so disappointed. There's no way I'm going to drink that beer. So the reason why this is because my battery just can't keep up with the fridge. It just can't produce enough power. So it's time to change that. Let's change the battery. So I decided to give the battery compartment a bit of a measure up to see how big the old battery is, so I can get a sense of how big the new one's going to be. And I think it's going to measure up okay. It's going to be a bit of a squeeze, but I know other people have fitted these in there. I think before I go any further though, it's probably a good time to talk about batteries. And more importantly, the type of battery that you can fit to your Mazda Bongo. So in a standard leisure battery setup, you'll have a split charge relay which will divert power from the starter battery to the leisure battery when your starter battery is full. So the alternator will then connect to the leisure battery and begin charging that. But being an old vehicle, the Mazda Bongo alternator doesn't know the difference between different batteries, and it will just take it as a lead acid battery. So connecting any other kind of battery could result in that battery being damaged. So if this is the setup that you have, pretty much the only battery you can put in there is a lead acid battery, just so you don't actually waste your money on buying, say, a gel battery, and it'll basically end up damaging it. But all is not lost if you did want to connect a more modern battery type to the Bongo, because if you have a solar charge controller that can actually charge different types of battery, you could just have the solar charger charging up your battery and leave the alternator out of the equation. But you could also buy a DC to DC charger which will actually connect between your starter battery and your leisure battery and charge that battery that way. So there are methods to charge more modern batteries, you'll just need to look into how to do it. So this is the leisure battery that I chose. It's 110 ampere hours. It's from Advanced Battery Supplies. I chose this one because it is a low profile battery. It seems pretty good, it gets good reviews. So let's get taking the old battery out and get this new one in. So if you're going to be changing your leisure battery, it's probably best when you take these out is to take the negative lead off first. When I take off the leads, I use the glove method. So I've got a pair of old gardening gloves to kind of isolate the leads. I don't want them flapping around and touching things. So same goes for the positive terminal. It's more for the positive one really. So you don't want that touching any earth and causing any kind of arcing or anything like that. So a nice pair of gardening gloves. Then I can tuck it out of the way, and those wires are out of the way, not causing any trouble. So whilst taking this bolt out here, as you can see there, I've just sheared the head off the bolt, which is a real pain because I really want to use that mounting point. So I've got to come up with another solution for this now. But at least I got to take the tray out. Well, it is more of a frame than a tray, but it's pretty sturdy. It's made of some pretty thick material. My idea is to widen that tray out, but as you can see, that bolt is now there. It's a bit of a pain, so I do try and drill it out, but the the drill bit snapped off in there, so that's that completely ruined. But I found another bracket and I found another hole, so hey, it's all good. Yeah, so all I've got to do is just drill the bracket so I can put a bigger bolt through there. And this worked out pretty well, to be honest with you, so I'm happy with that. So I decided to grind off the end of the tray just to give it a bit more width. I was going to do both sides, but that, the mounting bracket on the other side is actually integral to the side of it. Luckily this doesn't reduce any of the strength of this frame, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just so you know, you can actually buy brand new battery trays for the Bongo. They're about £60, so if you look on eBay there's quite a lot on there. I'm just drilling out the hole so this can sit on that new bracket that I've made. So now I've got everything tightened down. I do feel like there's still a tiny bit of play in there. So I'm going to go for an extra bracket. I'm going to go for a 3-point bracket system. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I found another little mounting point which is below the coolant tank there. So with those 3 mounting points, the bracket is now really sturdy, so I think it's plenty enough for this battery. And speaking of the battery, luckily it has actually arrived. So I've been doing all this while I'm waiting for the battery to arrive. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's well packaged. So it's pretty exciting. Look at the size of that battery. So it looks like I'm about to give birth to this battery here. Yeah, so I've just got to free it from its amniotic sac and I will give birth to a beautiful baby battery. Look at that, beautiful. So I've just got to remove these plugs which are on either side of the battery. And as you can see, I actually cut a piece of board to go on my battery tray just to keep it nice and level. And now it's just the task of squishing that massive battery into that tiny little hole there. Now, it looks like it's probably not going to fit from this angle, but it's actually, it does go in alright, I have to say, just. I'm not sure if you get a much bigger battery, but these low level ones are perfect for the Bongo, and having those terminals at the back is what you want. So as you can see, it just, yeah, with the terminals at the back, it really lines things up nicely. And I'm just putting my bracket back on to hold the battery in place and getting my gloved terminals out, and yeah, let's get them connected back up. And it's a reverse of, you know, when we took it out. So you put the positive on first and then the negative. So that's it, the battery is completely in and I think that's a great fit. Looks good, plenty big enough, but will it get my beer cold? That is the big question. Let's have a look. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.